Hey, it's Dorleen. Welcome to my channel and welcome to my creative life. I'm creating a project today that was provided from the Jenlee Schoolcraft website where we make pretty crafty things. So I was gifted a set of dies from X-Cut, and this one has two dies, and you see this beautiful little elaborate one in the middle with the reindeer. I'm not using that one. I'm actually using the Ornament die with the hole in the middle. So I cut out two different glitter papers, which you see in front of you, and I did 8 more just plain white cardstock. Now I'm using cardstock because I need a heavier weight paper, and you'll see why in just a minute. So that middle part of the die cut out, and I'm going to use that as a pattern to cut out, just hand cut, excuse me, 2 pieces of acrylic or acetate for each. So I'll cut out 4 total. I'm just, like I said, just eyeballing it and just using my scissors and cutting it around. Now I learned here, I barely made it big enough to fit inside the hole. So the next time I cut it, I'll make it just a slightly bigger because, folks, I'm going to be making an ornament. And it's going to be like a shaker card or a shaker ornament. And this is going to be a tag that you can either put on your Christmas tree or on a gift. It's going to turn out so pretty. I already know it. So once I cut out the acetate, I'm going to go ahead and just use some liquid adhesive to glue it to the back of the glitter cardstock. Now the gold one I already did. And you can tell it's a little messy, so I'm going to have to clean that a little bit, but that's okay. Now, normally you would use some foam adhesive, and I have strips that I put around the edge in order to create that well so you can put your shaker bits. Well, I'm not doing that with foam. I'm using it with cardstock, and this is why I was talking about using a really nice weighted cardstock. I did 4 for each ornament. I'm going to glue down 3 right now, and then before I start gathering my shaker bits, I want to let it dry for a little bit because I don't want any of that glue oozing out and connecting, adhering any of the shaker bits together. And folks, I don't know about you, but I've got all kinds of shaker bits. I keep buying them for some reason. I tell myself to stop, but it's just one of those things. They're all so cute and so fun. So I had these tissue polka dots or circles that I've had forever, and they're just, like I said, made out of tissue. So I entered those, or I put a bunch of those in and just put some sequins and some little hearts and some little I don't know what you call it, confetti, I guess. So I just love the way that looks. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put another layer of acetate, and this is to hold everything together. But before I do that, I realize I should have done it in the front part as well, but I'm just putting a little bit of powder, and this is from my embossing brush that I use, but you can use, like if you have one of those embossing, looks like a little pillow that's full of powder or anything you have, and that's going to prevent a little bit of static. I didn't think about it until when I put that acetate on top, I realized that those tissue squares were just sticking right to it. But I'm going to tell you, this is actually ideal because I'm probably not going to be shaking this so much because it's really almost more for looks. And look at how pretty the tissues kind of stay up and all over in that little well, but you'll see that when I turn it around. So then I'm putting the final piece of cardstock on the back, and I'm turning this one over so that the right side is showing. So that's pretty much it. I'm just going to use some acrylic blocks to hold it all together. And once I'm done with that, you can see here that I have some of that acetate sticking out. So I'm going to go ahead and trim those off just so it's nice and smooth. I'm just using some scissors for that. No big deal. But look at how cute that already looks, just like that. But we're not leaving it like that. We're going to decorate. Now, I just went through my Christmas stash, and I found these stickers that are like little banners. And I always buy my Christmas stuff on clearance after Christmas because, folks, you get some good deals with this. But I just draped that. This one says cheers all the way across, and I'm going to do the jolly one on the red one. And then I have these really fun and pretty poinsettias, and I'm just going to glue them right on there. Look at, isn't that super cute? So I'm going to grab some liquid adhesive again with the fine point just to kind of put everything down. Now, if you notice, the banner already had some foam adhesive, so it's got some extra dimension there as well. And then I'm just using some glue dots as well as some liquid glue to hold the poinsettias, so that way there's no way these suckers are falling off. And I'm just going to place them right there over there on that left-hand corner. I love the way this is turning out. And then I'm going to add a ribbon to the top, and that's pretty much it. So folks, I want to talk to you a little bit about Jenlee Schoolcraft. So there'll be some information and a link to her blog down in the information box, but I want to let you know a little bit about this website. So if you need some budget-friendly products, this is the place to go. There are brand new products. There are also slightly used products, or gently used, however you want to word it, but everything is budget friendly. And I'm talking dyes are, I feel like I'm shopping at one of those, they have those cheap Temu or whatever it's called. But here the quality you're going to get. And I'm talking like you see some for $1, $2, $3. Now there's some that are a little bit more, but for the most part, they're at least half of what you're buying, retail. Now, of course, you're also going to find products that haven't been around a lot. They've been retired from some of our major companies, or they've just been overstocked, or, whatever the reason that these are on this website. So you're not going to find the latest and greatest, but you're also going to go in and say, ooh, I need that, or ooh, I remember seeing that before and I wasn't able to get one. And here's your chance to get it. And there's all kinds of crafty supplies, from dyes to stamps, all those kind of things. So take a look. It's so much fun. Also, make sure you like this video, leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.